Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Hello everyone and welcome to This is Football. Welcome to episode 5 of Ahwa. Ladies and gentlemen, we are back. We are back. This is our 5th episode. We know how much you guys absolutely love the show. And we're here to give you the entertainment that you guys want. Now, in typical fashion, because this is Ahwa, make sure you're grabbing a cup of coffee, a cup of tea. Make sure you're joining us. You know what? We'll even allow cappuccino, just because we feel like allowing cappuccino today. Everyone watching us right now or on the replay, because I know a whole lot of you guys like to watch this on the replay. As soon as you hear me say this, like the video, subscribe to the channel if you're yet to do so. Everyone right now, you ain't new to the channel. I don't want to keep saying it. Just slap the like button, subscribe, ya. This is your 500th time here. Just like and subscribe so we can carry on with the show. There's already 120 people in here. So by the time I look at my phone, we can be at 100 likes. Yalla, slap the like button, subscribe. And of course, introducing the panelists. Before I introduce the panelist, I was asked earlier on by Mr. Arij, is Staffy being a drama queen? I can confirm. Staffy is not being a drama queen at all today. Staffy was actually the first here on time, like a good student, like an honor student. He wasn't late. He wasn't being dramatic. He was just a little bit dramatic in the group chat, but me, Aussie, and Mu'min roasted him. So, of course, joining us on the channel is the most important member of Ahwa, absolute star, repping the New York Yankees. So if you're from Boston... let us know in the comments. Joining us on the channel, of course, is the man, the myth, the legend, the icon. I hope he likes the intro now with his dramatic ass. Man like Staffy, how you doing, bro?
I mean, it's a better intro than usual, except for the part where you said everyone roasted me. I don't know when did that happen, but thank you for not saying
I play the voice note now. You want me to play the voice note? I'll play it.
Can you play? Did I curse in it? I don't think you cursed. Yeah, play it as long as there's nothing wrong with it. Yeah.
Okay, so yalla. If you understand, you understand. You don't, wallahi, it's your problem. This is Staffy after I said, why are you being a drama queen? Because Staffy said, we spoke about Onana yesterday. I said, Staffy, you're the only club doing business. This is Staffy's response. Listen.
ما انا قلت لك امبارح let's save the Onana talk for القهوة. قلت لي يا زلمة بدنا نتكلم عن Onana. قلت لك ماشي بس هنحرقها for the قهوة. Now we talked about it yesterday and then you want to talk about it again. So I'm saying we already talked about it. Staffy always mourning. Staffy دايما لا. طب نتكلم مش عارف على كذا. No, it's not interesting at all. طب يا جماعة ما هو ما فيش هنعيد نفس
Am I lying? Is that not a dramatic voice?
Wait, play the last part. The last part was the best part.
أنا قلت امبارح والله زلمة مصطفى دايما مونينج. مصطفى زفت. مصطفى this. مصطفى ده. أعمل لكم إيه أنا؟ اجيب لكم توبكس من تيزي. اوريدي اتكلمت في الكلام ده امبارح. عايز نقول نفس الكلام after 24 hours after. ما تجيب لي توبك جديد اتكلم فيه. بعدين بحاول اقول لك we already talked about it. Staffy mourning 24/7. يا زلمه. How am I mourning? I'm just saying give us something new to talk about.
See? Please be honest, comments. Is he being dramatic or not? This is just because I said let's talk about Onana today. All I said was let's talk about Onana today, and that's his reaction. Anyway, unbelievable. Anyway, joining us on the channel as well, of course, is the icon himself. We cannot have an Ahwa episode without him. I refuse. Because this guy, you know, the one thing I'll say, Staffy's usually calm on streams, but this guy doesn't just get on his nerves. He gets on his last nerve. He annoys Staffy's soul. He annoys the soul of Staffy. The soul of Staffy is annoyed if this guy ever starts up a topic that annoys him. Of course, the man, the myth, the legend. Currently in France. France in Egypt. You know that one? The one where, you know, France in Cairo. That France. Joining us, of course, is the icon himself. Man like men. How you doing, Habibi?
I'm okay. I met a legend today. A legend meeting a legend. I met Gustavo Frings, if you know, you know. Polo Hermano. If you watch Breaking Bad, if you watch Better Call Saul, he is the legend. I met him today. We had a little bit of chat about Hollywood and what is happening there. And he's a nice, humble guy. Nice.
Yeah, just like you. You just said a legend met a legend.
I'm very humble. I'm very humble. You know me.
Very humble.
So there's two people I want to call out. First of all, Aussie bottled it, absolutely bottled it today. Aussie was supposed to be here. He gave us some bullshit ass excuse. Oh my god, I've got
I have to
work
go to
tomorrow."
bed early. I have work in the
Imagine
morning.
being a grown ass man and sleeping at 11 p.m. Like, imagine you're 27. He tried to convince us all he's 27. Which 27-year-old man is sleeping at 11 p.m.? Who? Name one
I
27 year
cannot be
old.
late for work again, bro. You know, I have to sleep early.
See?
Okay.
This is what we have to
Okay.
deal with.
We all don't work. Okay.
Yeah, apparently we're all jobless. That's what he thinks. This guy's in France dedicating his life to this show, and yet this guy, oh my god, I've got to sleep. Oh, Aussie, you bottle job, man. Shut your ass up. Second of all, Sufyan is asking, can I speak Moroccan Arabic? نقدر ونهدر معاك بالمغربي لكن لا تتكلم بسرعة حبيبي. شوي هلبة شوي حبيبي. And then I will understand. But والله يا أخي, I love all Moroccans, but if you speak fast in Moroccan Arabic, it's like rap to me, so I don't understand the word.
It really is.
Staffy needs a good shisha to calm down. You know that voice note was a reaction to what? Something me and Mu'min said. This guy's like, oh my god, we spoke about Onana yesterday. And I'm like, Staffy, can you stop being a drama queen? And then he's like, let's talk about Maguire getting stripped of
Yeah,
the
he
cap.
wanted to talk about.
I was like, so how about we mention that? He was
this
like, it's not
guy-
important. I'm like,
this guy-
what am I going to talk about?
texting
Moment,
us,
before you
telling
go,
us
I
to
just
talk
want to
about
prove something to this
Maguire.
guy. بالله عليك, بس 1 second. Comment section. Don't write me life stories. Just tell me what you would rather talk about, Onana or Maguire. Just write me the name. That's all I want. Because في عنا, if there's a saying in Arabic, الخرا ما بصدق إلا لما يرى. Certain people don't believe till they see. So just tell him, would you rather speak about Onana or Maguire? Comment
No,
section.
I said we can add it. I didn't say instead of Onana. How long are you going to talk about the Maguire situation?
Comment section is about to dunk on your head top. Go ahead, Mu'min, حبيبي.
عشان انت كذاب بس all right.
Well, he wants to talk about Maguire because he wants his club to win something. So that's what he wants. So
Honestly,
he wants to like, he wants to like say something positive about his club. He's like, yes. Yeah, we got rid of Maguire as a captain. Okay, but he's still at your club. So what are we gonna add? Okay, he's still a player. Have you sold him? No. Have you done anything with it? No. He's still there. Is McTominay there? Yes. Is Fred there? Yes. Is Phil Jones still there? The dusty club, Man United. Yes, he's still there.
He's not. Phil Jones left.
He's
See,
not.
you're wrong.
You just let him go.
He's been gone since the summer.
And that's why Mu'min is here, to raise Staffy's blood pressure. That's
My
exactly
favorite part was when we were debating, me and you. Mo just ignored all the voice note. He comes in, he's like, Staffy, why are you making fun of Hussam's accent? I was like, bro, you ignored everything we were discussing and you held up to
Wallahi,
that.
that group chat is the funniest. Wallahi. Big up to you guys, man. Listen, big up Murad for the super chat. 300
We
people
have
in
to
here
hear
already.
this. Like, you guys have to hear Staffy doing Hussam impression. Like, it's ridiculous. It's absolutely
He
fantastic.
played it in the beginning.
Wallahi, worst thing ever. This guy trying to be an Arab, but he American. Make sure you guys are liking, make sure you guys are subscribing. 300 people in here already. Yalla, 100 likes minimum. Like the video, subscribe. Shout out to you, Murad. So, let's get to it. And because Staffy talked about Onana yesterday, يعني على أساس إحنا بنطلع مواضيع جديدة. Let's go to Mu'min to speak about Staffy first. Go ahead, Mo.
So Onana, like, I don't know why these guys don't want to get the deal done. Inter give them an ultimatum, and then they don't want to get the deal done. Just get it. Get your guy, to be honest. Just get him. He's gonna make you a title contender or whatever. Like, he's gonna raise your level. Just pay the money, the €5 million. We're like a broke club, Inter. Just want five more. They don't want to pay the 5 more. They just want to, no. We're gonna pay the 5 more for Mason Mount. So they paid it for Mason Mount, but they don't want to pay it for Onana. It's ridiculous, to be honest. But talking about Onana, as in 1 year at Inter, made us reach the Champions League, is the number one reason Inter were in the Champions League final. He's the number one reason we made it to the top 4 at the end after an atrocious season with 12 losses. And he elevates Man United to a different level, completely different level. And I know, Sam, you don't like that. He comes to the league and instantly he's on par with Alisson and Ederson. Right away, for me. To be honest, it's just based on this. Based on this last season, because he is the best goalkeeper in the league. You know, he's the benchmark in the Premier League, isn't he?
Yes, he is. That's why you can't say Onana is on his level.
Exactly. So that's what I mean. When you come to the league, you want to be like the best. It's as simple as that. Based on
is Onana better than Courtois?
Yes, he's better than Courtois. Yes.
Wallahi, you are smoking. Wallahi, you are
So
smoking.
let me tell you. So
Courtois.
see, you ask me a question, yes or no, and then when I answer yes or no, you say you're smoking. But you never ask me
Oh,
why do
Morgan
you
wants
say
to
that.
deal
And
with
when I
me
tell
today.
you,
That's his
and when I
agenda.
tell you a reason, and you don't like the reason, you tell me I'm waffling or not.
No, I think Onana is very good with his feet, but as a shot stopper, Courtois and Alisson are levels above. I'll be honest.
Not levels. So okay. So here's the facts.
Two levels, yeah.
Who
Not
are the
500.
facts? Here are the facts. Consistency, I can't talk about it. He has been only at Inter for 1 year, so I can't talk about before. I'm talking about last season. His saves percentages are better than both Alisson and Courtois. So that's a fact. You're gonna tell me the strikers in La Liga are better than Serie A. That's not the point. We talked about it before. When you shoot the ball goes somewhere. He has to save it. His positioning is amazing. So his last year, he has been better shot stopper than both. Facts. But you're gonna tell me eye level and so eye test. Oh, but I see this, I see that. You don't watch both. You don't watch a lot of Inter. I
do watch
every
Inter,
Liverpool.
I
I
do
watch
watch
every Liverpool game, probably everyone. But for me, in the last year, Alisson has been great. The difference between them is just 1%. It's 72 versus 73. So I'm gonna say they're
Yeah,
equal.
but Alisson saves a whole lot of one-on-ones as well. That's the thing.
That's
I think
called
for me,
save percentage.
Mu'min, what elevates
Habibi,
Alisson for me,
Habibi, you're not. See,
what elevates Alisson for me
you
is
say
his one-on-one.
something. You say
طب can I
something
just
that
tell you
is
can I just tell you one point and then
it's
you can respond
included.
anything you want. خليني بس
No,
احكي
but
لك
you just said
نقطة
something
بعدين احكي
irrelevant.
براحتك. There's two things for me that elevate Alisson above. Number one, it's his positioning, because you need to understand the one thing about Alisson that makes him above most keepers is he doesn't make Hollywood saves. He's there in a smart position all the time.
It's
And
called
the
the
second
save.
thing-
It's called the save at the end.
Okay, but let me give you an example. De Gea's, who has better positioning, De Gea or Alisson? Honestly, in the goal,
Say that
De
again.
Gea or Alisson in terms of positioning.
Alisson, of course.
Alisson.
Yeah, Alisson, of course. So
Yeah.
that's why when you watch maybe De Gea, طب hear me out. That's why when you watch De Gea's highlights, it's always like Superman save after Superman save.
But
after
it's not
Superman
about
save.
the highlights. De Gea's save percentage is 61% of every shot he go.
طيب, Alisson
You're
is
missing the
smart here.
point.
Okay. And what elevates him as well is he's very good in one-on-one shot stopping. He's above everyone on the world, in the entire world.
Onana
He's
is the
better than-
same. That's what you don't understand. I am not saying that Onana is better than Alisson. Alisson has something going for him that I cannot compare him to anybody else. Consistency. He has been doing this every year. It's not only this year.
And
But
he's been getting
Onana-
better, actually.
I'm talking about Onana this year. I'm just comparing because the sample size of Onana is this year. It's not the years at Ajax. It's just this year. Even
But
though
why
he
do
was
we
good
ignore
at
the
Ajax.
years at Ajax, though? Because they existed.
They were good because by the way, Onana peaked at the end of this year at Inter, because I watch every game. I cannot talk about his days at Ajax. I'll be a hypocrite if I sit here and I'm assuming you didn't watch him at Ajax enough. You watch him only in the Champions League or something. You don't
No,
watch
of course.
everything.
I'm not gonna sit here and claim I watch Ajax.
Exactly.
I'm not-
So we can only talk about
Do I
what
look
we
like
see.
Mustafa?
So we talk about what we see.
Why am I catching
My
strays?
point
I didn't say anything.
So my point is, Onana goes to. Let's stop comparing him to Alisson. Let's say what he offers Man United is that he changes the way they play football, and I said that many times if the people didn't hear it before. The reason why, if you play football and I played football, and I'm the people that play football, I played football under coaches and like I played 11-11 many times. I played like pro in Egypt and when you have a goalkeeper that can play like this from the back, you don't need to adjust your angle for him. You stay where you are and he gets you the ball. That's what he did at Inter, right? It's not that other factors, other players have to move to get the right movement. The coaches put the players where they are, and the goalkeeper is part of that build-up from the back. That's what he did with Inter. That's why when Man City tried to press Inter, the players didn't move. Inter players didn't try to move. They knew that the goalkeeper will get the ball to them. That's what Onana will do to Man United. And it will actually help Casemiro. It will help Mason Mount if he plays. It will help Bruno Fernandes. They don't have to get the ball deeper and try to run 10, 15 yards more. He will save them this 10, 15 yards from their game. And that's maybe will help Ten Hag build more up front. Because
Well,
Man
that's
United,
what I said, bro. When you weren't here last week, I tried to explain to him because he said, what's the point of signing Mason Mount and signing Onana that are polar opposites?
Ya
And
Allah,
I
he's gonna act like
explained,
he answered it correctly. Look at this.
Habibi, I answered it a million times. And what he just said,
Are you gonna play
basically says this.
counter-attacking football or possession football? Simple
See,
question.
Mo, he keeps thinking that because you sign Mason Mount, it means you're only going to counterattack. I said you don't have to only counter attack. I said
But that's not what I said.
I kept
That's not
comparing
what I
it to
said.
the
You
Liverpool
still have a
way,
foundation way of playing. Foundation, I'm saying.
and
Not
it's not
during
gonna
in-game
be
usage.
it's not gonna be dominantly counter attack. I tried to explain that to you.
So
I
it's
said you
going to
could
be
still,
dominantly possession.
and I explained to you the difference in possession. What Mo just said, when you play 10, 15 yards higher up the pitch, because you have a goalkeeper that can pass the ball with accuracy to your midfielders that are playing
So
high,
it's going to be
you can do
possession
that.
dominant with Mason Mount.
It's not. Okay, so there is another way of playing football. Football is not only two ways. It's not only counter attacks or position based football. There's another way which is called direct football, right? Some people probably don't know this. The
You
direct
listen.
football means you're getting to the goal the fastest way. You're not trying to keep the ball. You're just going to get the goal the fastest way. The problem with that it is you cannot sustain this against the bigger teams.
Thank
You
you.
cannot
I said we
sustain
won't
this
be
against
good
the
at it,
bigger
but I
teams.
explained it. Yeah.
Like you're playing it as a risk because you're giving the other team the opportunity as well to build and play from the back. The best way to think about it is that Inter against Man City. Every time Inter got the ball, we didn't try to keep the ball as much. We tried to be so direct, like get the ball to the midfielder as high as possible on the pitch, and hopefully that something happened. That's what Man United. This is what Mason Mount and Bruno Fernandes will do. Bruno Fernandes gets the ball, try to play the money ball, just like this. He doesn't try to keep the ball because he can't do it. Right? The only one at Man United that can keep the ball is Christian Eriksen, and his level deteriorated massively. Right? Under pressure, he loses the ball. I think with Onana, we'll give them that chance to play higher on the pitch. If they get another midfielder that can keep the ball, yeah, they can do it. Also, Casemiro, people don't understand that Casemiro isn't a position-based midfielder. He was never
Yes,
is.
thank
It was
you. Thank
Modric
you.
and Casemiro. There was Kroos
So it
and
makes the point
Modric
even
doing the
better
job.
then. It makes the point even better.
Yeah,
then.
but you're
You know,
saying
Moment, I have a
counter-attack,
conspiracy
Hussam.
theory. Let me tell you my
But you
conspiracy
have a
theory.
counter-attack. Hussam, stop this counter-attack thing. It's not when
Why?
you build from the goalkeeper. Okay, when you get someone like Onana or Alisson or Edison, even if the other team tries to press you, that's not called a counter-attack. A counter-attack means in the transition, the opposition loses the ball and you're countering them when you're out of position. But Man City were in position when Inter broke their lines. When Liverpool break Man City's pressure because Alisson can pass the ball or Van Dijk can play a diagonal ball, that's not a counter-attack. That's a direct way of playing football. Does that make sense to you?
Yes, I understand. But here's my thing. Here's what you don't understand about what I'm saying. I'm not saying that Onana's the key, like middle finger and all this. I'm saying the middle finger and all this is Mason Mount. I'm not even talking about Onana.
But
I know
he is
Onana is
good
capable.
in
But
finding
let me tell you,
places.
Onana is capable of playing both ways. My thing is, if what you're saying right now, I'm saying the total opposite. I'm saying they give the opposition the ball, so they give whoever's playing Man United, they're gonna have like unless they're like really shit, they're gonna have more possession, and they're gonna try attack the opposition on the counter attack, meaning they won't
So they
have a
shouldn't
high
get
line.
Onana, Hussam. Do you know that? They shouldn't get Onana. Do you know why? Onana
طب يا أخي,
isn't
that's
like,
my point from the start.
so what is
Onana and
what is
Mount doesn't work together.
So
It's
I
impossible.
disagree with you. I actually think that Mason Mount isn't only a counter-attacking player. Mason Mount is someone who's actually not involved as much in the build-up play. Mason Mount is good in finding. I don't want to turn this show on talking about Mason Mount. We've talked about this enough. Mason Mount's best ability is finding spaces between the opposition's midfield and the opposition's defense, popping up when the cutback happens, when the cross happens, the second man running behind the striker. That's his best thing about, and that's not counter-attacking. Mason Mount isn't great running with the ball. Can someone tell me if Mason Mount is great running with the ball?
Yeah, I think
Because
he's good with that
he isn't. Mason Mount
because he's
isn't
got that
gliding,
power, like when he runs.
but Mason Mount isn't.
He's not a
someone
great
who's with,
dribbler.
he's
though,
not
bro.
with trickery. Hussam,
I
Mason
never
Mount
said
cannot.
dribbler. I said power. I said power.
But
That's
Like
his question was,
Mason
is he
Mount,
good with
give,
running with the
give
ball? That's
Mason
what I said.
someone
Yeah,
with a
yeah. Well,
counter
on the
attack.
counter attack, of
You
course,
need
he's quick.
you
and he
need
runs.
someone with a counter, but you need someone with a counter attack that can run with the ball. Someone who can like pass quickly. Mason Mount isn't great at that. Mason Mount is great at finding places, finding positions where he pops up first touch and then shoot, first touch and then cross. That's
The
what he
level
does.
of disrespect to Thomas Muller. Wallahi, I'm not even gonna.
I don't get why people say Thomas Muller. Thomas Muller is one of the smartest players I've ever
He's so
watched in my
intelligent.
life.
And he
So
wasn't
intelligent.
physical.
What is this?
But Comdian here is calling you out. Big up Comdian, by the way. I see you on the terrace all the time. Big up to you, my brother. I know you watch my straight facts. Thank you for joining us, Habibi. Big up for the super chat. He says save percentage is not a good stat. You need to look at PSXG, post shot expected goals. It's much more precise. But that's the one I'm talking about. And Alisson's like by far the top ahead of everyone else.
Can you please? I don't know what that means actually, but that it's not only shot stopping.
That includes basically shot difficulty and like where was the
yes.
shot from.
So
etc.
I think in the goal prevention is what it is. It's not only shot stopping and how many shots. It's goal preventions. That's what it is. You're preventing a goal, and I think still Onana last year has done phenomenal, and I think he's still better than. It's not me who said that. I think it was the UEFA website or something like this. I didn't come up with this stat. It's not me. I think they posted it. I can't remember who posted it.
Yeah, but they got to the final. That's why you're gonna get that. Like,
maybe. But let's just forget.
Moment you're talking about UEFA, they gave Henderson midfielder of the year when we won the Champions League.
I don't want to talk about. Okay,
Billah عليك, midfielder of the year in Europe when Modric existed in 2018. No, when we won it.
When you won the Champions League.
Yeah, they gave Henderson midfielder of Europe, bro. Are you? I'm not gonna take that.
And Modric was great at that time.
Yeah, and Henderson won it. He won.
Was he great? Was Modric good that year?
Yes.
Did he win the league? Did they win the Champions League that year? Real Madrid.
Yeah, but that's
It's
my
Liverpool
point.
that won it. That's what
They
you said.
didn't.
You just scored an own goal because that's my point. The reason why Onana is probably the keeper.
No, the other way. The other way. What do you mean?
يعني Inter getting to the final is playing a part.
Habibi, percentages is different than numbers. De Gea got the most clean sheets. Doesn't mean he's the best goalkeeper. So that's different. There's a percentage in saves. So you concede 10 shots, you save 7. Someone else concede 100, save 70. That's same percentage. So it doesn't matter if that one conceded 100. That's called percentage.
Onana is below the Premier League average in post-shot expected goals.
I don't know what that means. Again,
I've never heard of that term until today, so I'm not really going to sit here and judge.
I can come up with a term.
You guys need to come. You need to get with the lingo. I'll be honest with you. It's just football lingo.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, we need to take a tactical.
Too much stat. I can look it up. But anyway, long story short, Man United, they're gonna get Onana, but what if they don't?
Oh,
why not? Why
would
they ask that question? What if it doesn't happen? What if Inter says, like what Ajax told Man United, we're done with you. We're done with you. They did that with Anthony. They said we're done with you until you offered 25% more than what you initially offered. What if?
Can I tell you what they'd honestly do? Make Man United great again. Jordan Pickford.
Just to answer your question, you said earlier
Manchester United are broke. Mad? I'm being serious.
I'm not mad, bro.
You've been linked with Pickford, by the way. I didn't make it up.
Bro, sometimes you just say stuff and you just let it go. تدخل من ودنا تطلع من الثانية. That's what I'm doing with you.
أخي, but it is a serious thing, right? Pickford Man United on Google right now.
Okay, so yeah, let's ignore the fact that Onana is supposed to sign for us next week, according to all sources, and let's magically talk about Pickford. That's a better topic. Let's not talk about Onana. Yeah, let's talk about Pickford because that makes more sense. Let's see how many people are going to stay on the show to watch this bullshit. If that's
so hot.
I'm just saying it goes in.
So angry that the viewers would double just because you're angry.
From one ear to out of the other. Anyways. Mo, in the beginning of the show, you said we are broke, just pay and give us the money already. And that's your answer. You said, why would Inter sell him after all that?
Let me tell you what happened
you need
before.
Money. You're not going to pull after all that.
Yeah, no. PSG, for Skriniar, offered 60 million euros. Inter wanted 70. PSG said, no. Inter said, okay, we're not selling the guy at all.
Post-shot expected goals, also known as expected goals on target, differs from XG, which measures the likelihood of a goal before an attempt. That's what I told you, and it takes the difficulty into perspective.
Yeah, okay.
Big up Comdian, big up Murad. 400 people are watching us, guys. You need to slap the like button, subscribe to the channel right now. Every single person right now, this very second, slap that like button, subscribe. The road to 16K continues. Help the channel get there, so please do like the video. Please do subscribe to the channel right now. Continue to share the video everywhere as well. So yalla, like and subscribe. Big up to Comdian, big up to Murad. So Momin has asked an interesting question. Since Staffy, it's 21 minutes of the video. He don't want to talk about Onana. So Staffy, what if you don't get Onana, akhi? Because Momin has asked an important question.
I don't talk about these hypotheticals. We don't have a goalkeeper.
You don't even have the guy, man. What are you talking about? You don't even have the guy yet. And he's talking about, he's coming here to tell me hypotheticals when he hasn't even signed the guy.
Okay, What are all the reports saying?
مؤمن بتقول بدنا نحكي عن اونانا بقول لك حكينا we spoke yesterday. You tell him okay what if he doesn't come I don't speak up. اتفضل أخي Staffy, what do you want to talk about?
Our goalkeeper is not there. Our goalkeeper left for a reason. You think the club let the goalkeeper, the main goalkeeper, leave, not knowing they're getting a goalkeeper to
Yeah,
to
that's
replace him?
the same club that put a contract on his plate and then removed it later. The same contract that kept Phil Jones on their payroll for years
That's
and years. The same
irrelevant. That's
club,
irrelevant, bro.
no,
That's
it is
so
the same club
irrelevant.
that can't sell Martial. The same club that gave Rashford
That is so irrelevant.
375k. It is the same. It's the same
It's
club.
so irrelevant. It has
How is
nothing to
that
do with the
irrelevant?
because
How is
holding
that
on to a
irrelevant?
player. No, listen. You're talking about us not. You're talking about us holding on to
I'm
players for
talking
too
about Man
long.
United people that run the club are being clowns, and then you're telling me that they are
Okay.
competent.
There's
That's
no
exactly-
and
it's
they
not
are
you
incompetent.
personally.
They are incompetent, not to the point that they let a goalkeeper go on Friday, and supposedly because the new goalkeeper comes in the next week, and all of a sudden like, oh guys, never mind, we were joking. Now we don't have Onana or De Gea. Who are we gonna put in goal? Tom Heaton? Like, let's be realistic. You can't be that incompetent.
Yeah, can we just get things straight, right? I believe Man United will sign Onana. I made my peace with it. My club
So
is
why
run-
would you ask me that
is run-
question?
is run- So see, here's the problem. So you guys don't want us, Man United fans sometimes don't want us to talk about any other angles. Like you just want one angle. It's like,
Bro, let's
we're
talk
getting
about what
Onana.
if we sign Mbappe?
Like-
There we
like-
go. Let's talk about hypotheticals.
See,
What
but
if we
that's
sign
not
Mbappe?
realistic. But there is a realistic thing that Inter.
That's
give you-
not
see,
realistic
I'm
because
talk-
he's leaving the Qatar-owned club. He's not going to go to the other Qatar-owned
like,
club.
my
It makes no
problem,
sense.
Mustafi, I asked you a very realistic question.
See how I
I
ended the
think
debate like that?
95% you're getting Onana. But the last thing that we heard from Inter is that they're giving you an ultimatum, and you haven't put in the right bid yet. So I'm here asking you the question: if you didn't get Onana, where do you go from here? It's just a simple question, and it's a very valid question because it's Monday morning now, and the bid is not there. If you get him tomorrow, I'll shake your hand and say, yeah, your club did the right thing.
And
But
then
what
he'll
if you
complain
don't
if
get
I
him?
ask him to do a show. You can imagine.
You guys are devils, wallah. No, I'm just
Like,
saying.
Can you answer the question?
Let me ask you
Yeah.
something.
This-
If
'cause there's
someone
nothing
else
to
comes
answer,
and
bro.
offer, listen, if
By
someone
the way,
else
Moment's
comes and
hypothetical is
offer
not
them-
crazy. He's saying Inter want 5 million more. Well, you don't pay it, then
Bro,
what?
for this deal not to happen,
Okay,
something very dramatic has to happen.
you almost walked out of the Mason Mount deal.
Fact.
And
That's
every
different.
see the
I'll tell you
difference
why
is
it's different,
it was
Mo.
5 million different, and your manager wanted Mason Mount. Okay, hear me out. You wanted your manager and your club wanted Mason Mount. Mason Mount wanted to join you, and Chelsea wanted to sell, and that deal almost didn't happen out of 5 million. While at Inter, Onana is okay staying at Inter. He said that, and he said, "I'm okay as well with going to Man United." Inter is saying there is an ultimatum. So I think if we talk hypotheticals, it's actually more likely this deal won't happen than the Mason Mount deal, because the Mason Mount deal almost didn't happen. You are just not listening to the question. The question is still valid until you get the player. When you get the player, we're going to stop talking about it. It's the same as when we asked Arsenal. Why you asked Arsenal people, what if you don't get Declan Rice? Even though Declan Rice said he wanted to join Arsenal, but you wanted to ask him the question. And I heard you in many shows asking them questions. So answer the damn question.
I'll tell you why. Who's more essential to this team in terms of
You're not going to answer the question, and
midfielder?
you're gonna tell me why you won't answer the question. It's absolutely ridiculous.
Bro,
on this show.
It's not. The reason is your comparison makes no sense because you're talking about Mason Mount, who is not an essential signing. If we finish this summer making all our signings, then we don't sign Mason Mount. It's not that integral.
Fabrizio
However-
just tweeted about Onana. Sorry, 1 second. It's
Yeah, I know,
Andre
I told you
Onana
that.
week. It's Andre Onana week for Manchester United. Negotiations will continue with final round in order to submit official bid and get the deal done. So Mu'min is spitting. The deal ain't done yet. Sources expect agreement to be done by Wednesday, Thursday. No issues on personal terms, which we know.
The guy Fabrizio has been tweeting the same thing for like 5 days, 4 or 5
Hold on,
days.
Smo, you just want me to live in a world where Onana does not sign, where Onana
Tell
not
me what
signing
is
is
next.
as close as Mount. Because there's nothing next, Mo.
See why I
There's
call
no
him a
way-
drama queen?
So we shut the club. So what you're saying is that there's nothing that we shut the club. You
Bro,
guys
because
stop
I
supporting
don't
Man
need to
United. You pick
I
Liverpool
don't need to
tomorrow because of
speak
Mo
about a
Salah, and that's it.
hypothetical. I don't need to speak about a hypothetical that's very unlikely to happen. Mason Mount might have not happened because he was overpriced and he's not as essential as a goalkeeper. There's no one in this position right now. You don't let, if you throw something out, you know you're replacing it. If I throw my couch out, it's because I know I'm buying a new couch tomorrow. I don't throw my couch and sit on the floor. It's that simple. Okay?
You say
You bring
that,
in
but you
Onana,
went for
it's
Mason Mount first before Onana. It's astonishing. Mustafi,
Wait,
your
wait,
club
wait.
wanted to close
Did-
Mason
did
Mount
we-
deal before Onana, but you're telling me that Mason Mount isn't as essential as Onana. Maybe
When
you're a
we
fan,
were in,
but
when we
your
were in
club
from
thinks otherwise, bro. Your club thinks otherwise. Your club
خليني
saw that
أتكلم.
Mason Mount is more important than Onana.
What
Speak
happened
up
with the De
then.
Gea? What happened?
Speak
Because
up.
you're not letting me talk, bro. What happened with the De Gea contract?
Let me talk.
What happened with the De Gea contract? Did we know that De Gea was leaving the club about 3 weeks ago? Yes or no? No, we didn't.
apparently.
Exactly. So at the time, we didn't think. Yes, we thought maybe De Gea would have stayed. We thought maybe we were going
But
to
then
sign
you
a
say
second
De Gea is going to be
goalkeeper.
second choice.
Oh my
Huh?
god.
Then you say De Gea is going to be second choice if he stays.
No. I get it, but I'm saying at least you had a backup plan. You don't let De Gea go, and this whole story that came out weeks ago, where Ten Hag said, "Listen, let's hold off on the contract. He has to reassess things." And let him go 2 weeks later, which is yesterday when he did his farewell, whatever, just to not sign the goalkeeper. If you're doing all that, it means you know what you're doing. You're getting a new goalkeeper in. You're not pulling out your contract from De Gea and then letting him go just to not sign Onana like a week later or whatever. You know you're signing him. There's no smoke without fire.
Yeah. Speaking of smoke, are you feeling the heat of this argument? Because you can't answer a normal question.
Bro. You guys you value quantity over quality. You guys can sit here and waffle for hours, and I'll finish the sentence in like 30 seconds. Everything that Mo said
What a guy.
was whatever, bro. I literally did not care
Ya
because I
Allah,
knew
شو
what the answer
إنك
would be.
أنت listen, you are Gary Neville of YouTube, ya habibi. Ya Allah,
Bro.
I'm so proud of you. Wallah, I'm so proud of
Bro,
you.
I just gave you the answer, bro. Mo wants to spin it in so many ways and so many hypotheticals. What if you wake up and this happens and that happens? And I
Okay,
keep saying the same
if-
thing.
So you're saying Onana to Man United is 100% done, and Mo's world ain't even like it's such a crazy hypothetical that you're gonna look elsewhere.
Bro, I'm telling you, there's no world where Onana's not signing for us. So that's why I'm not going to talk about it.
Oh,
If
okay,
you
so
ask
there's
me,
nowhere.
what is the hypothetical if you wake up next to Haifa Wahbi? I can't talk about that. That's not going to happen. So why would I
Yeah,
talk
but we
about this
already
one?
know what's gonna happen if you wake up next to Ahwa, but we're not gonna discuss that on the
We
stream.
can't say this
Anyway.
on stream.
Anyway, speaking of we can't discuss, there's 420 people here, guys. 420 people. And we aren't even on 200 likes yet. We're giving you such quality content. Momin has been on Staffy's neck, just choking the shit out of him. The guy can't
No,
breathe in the
pause.
stream. And you can't even like the. Don't think I'm saying it in an aggressive way, not in the way you think, you dirty-minded bastard. Get high for what
These people would say that anyway.
Make
so
sure
I
you guys
say
are liking the video. Make sure you guys are subscribing right now. Minimum 200 likes. Yalla, there's 400 people here. Yeah, everyone like the video, subscribe. What's so difficult? Big up to Comdian. Big up to Murad. Comdian's back with another super chat. So as I said, make sure you guys are liking, subscribing. He says, Onana is tied in 27th in the Prem for PSXG. Damn. He has minus 2.7 and Alisson's at 10.1, which means Alisson saved 10.1 goals more than expected, and Onana let in 2.7 goals more than expected.
So 27th of how many goalkeepers? You told me this. You're
Because you have to include substitute keepers too.
Yeah. What's his name? Comedian? Is that how you say your name? I think this guy needs to
Comdian. Don't respect my super chatters. Big up Comdian.
Comedian, go to sleep. Stop looking up weird stats. You know, you don't need to go that far to prove a point. It's okay.
Why are you telling him go to sleep? How? What's the time in New York right now?
I don't know where he's from. I mean, it says dollar, but I don't know where he's
Can't
from.
you see US dollar right here? Where the hell do you think he's from?
I don't know, bro. I'm just saying.
You see US dollar.
It just sounds like he's stressing, bro. This guy is looking into very deep stats to prove a point. I don't know what's his team. It looks like he's trying to really prove
when we spoke to, remember when me and you spoke to DZ? DZ said he wouldn't be surprised if Onana took a year to adapt. So what Comdian is saying, maybe it takes him a year to like kind of get to the level that you guys are talking about to begin.
No, but he said he's a below average goalkeeper compared to the Premier League goalkeeper. So if you really
he's saying his PSXG. He's not saying he's below average.
So no, if you go to his first one, he said when you look at that PSXG, he's a below average Premier League goalkeeper. So if he's doing all this, yeah, I understand. So what is he? Why is he sending these super chats with these stats? Just to prove that this guy's
feel free
below
to
average.
send more super chats. This guy is just damaging.
I'm just saying.
Right now.
I'm just saying. If he sent the super chat with these stats, is because he's trying to prove that Onana is not good enough. So if he thinks that Onana is a below average goalkeeper in the Premier League, Habibi, you're entitled to do that. That's your opinion. I think you just need some sleep. That's all I'm saying. I think he needs to take a nap.
Comdan, thank you so much for the super chat, man.
Comdan needs to take a nap and wake up.
Thank you so much, to be honest, for actually sending us this stat. You taught us something I didn't know before. I really appreciate you going looking up this stat. That's the fact.
See the difference between Mu'min and Staffy?
Comedian needs to get
Professional.
off that Zaza. That's all I'm saying.
Professional versus idiot, right?
Get
here.
off that
This guy's
Zaza.
like,
No,
comedian.
oh my
let
god,
me
you're
ask you
wasting
something,
your
Staffy.
money.
Staffy, let me ask you something. Did you learn something from the super chat?
I learned an absolute ridiculous stat that I'm never going to use in my life. It's the most
Oh.
Did you
useless
learn
stat I've ever heard.
what this stat is? It
Oh
doesn't
yeah, and I'm
matter
never
if
gonna.
it's
I'm just never
useful
gonna
for
use
you or
it.
not. So thank you. So thank the guy and say that he
Thank
taught you something.
Comedian right now, Staffy.
No, I'm giving him advice, bro. He should thank me. I'm saying he needs to take a nap and
He
stay
should
off
thank
that
you.
Zaza.
He's
Yeah,
should thank
wallahi.
you for what?
He's sending you a super chat, teaching you something, and you want him to thank you.
He needs to thank me because I'm giving him real advice. People are gonna sit here and let him think that this was useful, that he actually
but
proved that
Staffy, you're not
Onana.
thinking about this
استنى بس
deeply.
خليني
It
خليني
doesn't
خليني
matter.
نخلص.
I
خليني
might
خليني
think,
please أخلص. This guy believes that Onana is a below average goalkeeper compared to 26 other goalkeepers in the Premier League. If you think that, I'm giving you an advice. I'm saying you need to take a nap, wake up, and rethink what you just said. Or if this is actually what you believe, just stay off the Zaza because it's not doing you well. No one here is going to tell you this. I'm telling you to your face, this is not good for you. So if these guys
Okay.
want to say thank you, whatever, it's fine. But I'm just telling you, it's not good
No,
for
no,
you.
no.
Can you thank
I
him though
might,
for the
I
super
might
chat?
think this super chat. I might think this stat is absolute rubbish. It doesn't matter, by
Yeah.
the way.
But you
But
learned
it's
something new.
It's a new information that I might.
يعني
I
say-
imagine
really-
Staffy, look at it for the future. You go on United stand tomorrow, Staffy صار خرا كبير. You go on United stand
خرا كبير.
and someone mentions PSXD in the comment section. You aren't going to be like an idiot. Now you know. Also, Comedian, I would advise you to not take a nap. And I'll tell you why you're not taking a nap. Because Arsenal is our next topic. And I know you're an Arsenal fan. So stay around. Everyone watching us right now, as I said, make sure you're liking the video. Make sure you subscribe to the channel if you're yet to do so right now. This bottle job is in the comment section calling it a media episode. Actually, it's been a lovely episode. We've been roasting Staffy since the start. So make sure you guys
Why do
are
you
liking.
never put the positive comments? I just
Make
noticed.
sure,
You always
you guys
put the
are
bad
liking.
comments.
Make sure you guys are liking. Make sure you guys are subscribing to the channel right now. Big up to you guys on the road to 16K. Big up to Comdian and Murad for the super chat. Special shout out to you, Comdian. Now, Arsenal Football Club. They're on the title. We're not going to sit up here and talk about Onana for 5 years. So, because Staffy is going to cry live on stream. Is Arsenal... I'm saying he's below average with his hands, but great with his feet. Ramsdale is better with his hands than Onana, and Onana better with his feet.
خلاص. If you think so.
So is that it? Staffy? Is
Bro,
that it?
I cannot force this guy to do what I just told him to do. I told him to just go take a nap and rethink about what you just said. He just wants to keep going and going and going. خلاص.
Yeah.
Ramsdale is better than Onana.
I just want
What
to
do
tell you something. The fact that you put Onana and Ramsdale in one sentence is an insult. That's what it is.
Ramsdale?
Yes. Ramsdale is an okay goalkeeper. He's a good goalkeeper. Don't get me wrong. He's a good goalkeeper, but he isn't at the level of these guys. Not yet, because he's much younger than them. He's much younger than them, if I'm not mistaken. So
See,
You know what's the best? You know what's the best thing to say to all this? Arabic saying, "أنا وياك والزمن طويل." Next season is about to start in 4 weeks. We will see.
yes, we'll see. We will see.
We will see.
We
Big
will
up to
see.
AJ. Shukran, Habibi. He says, inshallah, you touch 20K before the season starts. Inshallah, Habibi. Thank you so much, AJ. And with the support of all you lovely people, it's 100% possible. So love for the love, Habibis, man. Keep
AJ hates me so much because he thinks I'm anti-Chelsea. Like, it's unbelievable, bro.
AJ is a City fan. This is different AJ. This is City
So
AJ.
maybe that's a different guy.
Yeah, this is City AJ right here. He's a City fan. Big up AJ, man. He's a massive contributor to the channel as well. Former MVP. So, Arsenal Football Club, since Comdian's here, and the Arsenal fans are waiting. Ibby, I can see him getting excited. So, I wrote it in the title because I feel like there's a little bit disrespect happening towards Arsenal Football Club. Are Arsenal being disrespected? Let Staffy go first because حرام يعني بحكيش بضل 3 ساعات وهو ساكت. Go ahead, Staffy. It's not Onana now the topic. It's a different topic. So tell me. Everyone's just standing in super chats going like fuck Onana basically. Albert is saying Staffy Onana is erratic. I'll send you his. I have no idea what that is.
Onana's coming when he signs for the club. He's coming to MetLife Stadium on July 22nd. So I'll go speak to him personally. I'll send you guys pictures when I take pictures with him. I'll tell him the disrespect that Hussam's community put on his name. So
guys, you can disrespect whoever you want. This is a free channel. Feel free to disrespect people.
I'm gonna. What was the guy's name? Comedian. I'm gonna
But
show
you know,
him comedians.
Comedian's right. You disrespected Ramsdale. Why are you disrespecting Ramsdale? And
I never-
Soa as well. And Soa as well, who's an Arsenal fan, saying, "Wallahi haram,
I
don't
didn't
disrespect Ramsdale. Have
disrespect
some
Ramsdale.
haya," he's saying.
Okay, so I did not disrespect Ramsdale. If I say you are not like someone is not as beautiful as Charlize Theron, that doesn't mean it's disrespectful. It means that Charlize Theron is much more beautiful than this person. It doesn't mean that this
Who's
person is
Charlize
ugly.
Theron?
Ramsdale, who's Charlize Theron?
I don't know her.
Okay, just Google her. Anyway,
Wallahi, if
But
she's
seriously-
some average, wallahi, if she's some average expired milk, yeah, Mo, wallahi, we're gonna have problems.
anyway,
Let me go.
so Charlize Theron is. So see, beauty is different for people. For me,
I like her, mashallah. خلاص. Anyway, carry on.
long story short, Ramsdale is good. Is he at Allison or Edison's level? I don't think so. I think Onana is at their level. That's what I think. He plays, and I promise you, wallahi, people, I'm not saying this because he plays at my club. I actually had so much doubt about him that I said he's not good enough. We signed him for free and all this shit. But he proved me wrong. He saved our asses many, many times. It's not a disrespect of Ramsdale. Ramsdale is one of the reasons Arsenal challenges this year. He is very good. But there are levels to goalkeepers, to be honest. There is the Neuers, there is the Courtois. You know what I mean?
I think
I-
what they were saying earlier on, Mu'min, is Onana has only had 1 year at that level. That's what they're saying.
Oh, well, do you remember me? I said that in the
no, he
beginning.
said it too.
I
Yeah, to be fair, Mu'min said it
I
as well.
started my thing is like I'm only judging Onana based on what I saw at Inter in that Champions League run and in the league this year. I'm not
We
talking
didn't talk
about
about the
Ajax.
Ajax series, yeah.
I didn't watch him at Ajax. Anyway,
Okay, fair
Onana
enough.
has a big problem though. I know we're gonna move to Arsenal. Onana has a big problem. I think it's attitude. He got booted out of the Cameroon camp because his fight was Song. I think he's always like this guy that has ego, has a big ego. Also, his temper is short. I'm not sure how they can handle him at Man United.
He definitely has a
I
hot
think
head. Yeah.
I think he elevates them to a different level. To be honest, he's way better than De Gea. But Mustafi, sorry, go ahead about Arsenal. Hussam is the one who put the.
By the way,
super
big up to
chat. I have
Casually
listen.
FC. I think that's Andrew who's sent in his viewers here. Big up to Casual FC. 500 people here, man. Make sure you guys are liking, subscribing. Sorry, before we get to Arsenal, because the guys are just basically saying F Man United. Onana and Mount for United to get Liverpool in Europa. You see, this guy has mocked me about the Europa League. Wallahi, if Mustafa ends in the Europa League with me, wallahi, you don't want to see me. Wallahi, I will make him sing the Europa League anthem if he ends up into it. I'm telling you right now. Me and him are gonna have a bet before the season starts. AJ says all this talk about goalkeepers, Ederson's the GOAT. AJ, you know I love you, but Ederson ain't no GOAT when Alisson exists. With all due respect, so you got to park it to the side, Habibi, please. Like you have to also be, you know, AJ, I love you, but you have to be real. Ramsdale at 24 is better than Onana at 24. It's not even close.
I'm not gonna. I don't know that. See, I don't know that. Like
Same.
I'm not gonna say
That's like
That's
people
not a
are
bad
saying
shout. That's not a bad
yeah, but
shout.
some
It's not a
people
bad
say like
shout. They
Saka
might
at
not be.
21 is better than like Salah at 21. This is where me and you are going to disagree, Comedian, because I don't think that's a realistic argument because people have different career trajectories. They're from different countries, remember? So their life is a bit more difficult. You know, an English guy, it's easier for him to get into football than maybe people from across the world. Remember that as well. Mo, what are you smoking? Why is Onana same as Alisson?
I'm not smoking, bro. I'm not smoking. But
Yeah, only I'm smoking.
but Murad, I might be tired. So if you think, and also I want to tell Liverpool fans something.
Murad
Whatever
ain't a
makes-
Liverpool fan. He's an Arsenal fan, I think.
Okay. So Premier League people, whatever makes you sleep at night.
Okay, fair enough. Albert came back to explain his super chat. Says gaffes are mistakes. Onana has plenty of those. Onana won't get away with dribbling in the press in the Premier League. Hope he doesn't bring his doping habit to the EPL.
Khalas, let's keep the same energy when Alisson makes the next mistake, when Ederson makes the next mistake, when Ramsdale makes the next mistake. Let's do that. Because every top goalkeeper has a mistake in him. Because when you're a
Can you stop saying
football
Alisson
playing-
mistake? He has like one mistake per year. Yeah, this guy.
And I respect
You know-
Alisson. I told you, you know already that I'm a fan of
I don't
Alisson.
know why Premier League fans are so triggered when anybody brings any mistake about them or their club or say any like negative comment, people get triggered so
No, but if you tell me
much.
Trent has had a shit season, I'm not gonna get triggered. He has had a
No,
shit
but
season.
like people,
But when you come for Allison, the one guy who maintained his level or
I
probably
never
even
came for.
increased
See,
it.
the difference is I never came for Allison. The
No, I
fact that
understand,
I'm
but
saying
Onana's
that
not in that
I'm
bracket. man.
actually putting Onana at the level of Allison, it's so much respect for Allison. I'm actually saying that for you to be at the same level in my eyes as Allison is a great thing, but you took it the other way.
Okay, I hear what you're saying. I hear what you're saying. Um, AJ's coming back, says Ederson won the PL in his first season, age 23 levels. Yeah, but that's not how life
Well,
works.
Victor
Yeah,
Valdez,
wow,
Victor
bro.
Valdez under Pep Guardiola won the best goalkeeper in the La Liga for many years.
That's not how life works. I'm gonna be so honest with you. Alex here has proposed a very good idea, which I'm actually gonna do right now. I'm gonna set up a poll. Do a poll where Arsenal will finish first to fourth or below. Let's see what the majority is. If anything is below third, it's disrespectful. They will challenge, in my opinion. I'm about to set up that poll. So you guys can go vote on it. I kind of there's 2 hate comments towards Mo there from Arsenal fans. They're a little bit
Yes, fine.
rattled a little bit.
Alex, let me just give you an advice. If you send the super chat again, don't say tell us to put the poll out, but don't tell us that if you put it below the third. People now are gonna put it below third just to spite you, bro. Just just to spite
Okay,
you.
guys, you know what? He's making a valid point. I'm giving you guys like this is what I'm gonna do, right? I'm gonna do first, second. I'm gonna do first, okay, and then I'm gonna do second slash third because they're from the same family, and then I'm gonna put fourth, and then the fourth option is gonna be outside top 4. Don't vote
You
with
just
agenda.
insulted Arsenal
Just vote.
fans.
Yeah, just vote with your honest opinion. Just vote with your honest
You
opinion. By the way,
just
we're 5 likes away
you
from
just
200 likes.
insulted. He just told Arsenal fans that finishing second and third are the same. Man United finished
لا
third
لا
with
بس لا
single
لا بس
digits
انا I mean يعني they're from the
behind
same family.
Arsenal. Don't. Yeah.
It is pretty much the same, Mo.
So
Yeah,
yeah.
انه
We're
the
gonna
same
get into
family
that.
يعني
Man United
so they
finished
challenge
single
يعني they
points
challenge.
behind
Second,
Arsenal.
third is you challenged. Second, third is you challenged. That's my
Did Man
honest
United
opinion.
challenge?
Yeah, Habibi, he means like coming up season, like yeah, most likely you
Yeah,
challenge because he's already
yeah.
counting Liverpool.
Because I think
So
it's going to be a 3-way. So do you want me
yeah.
to read the 2 hate comments, Mo? Or you?
Go ahead. Yeah, for sure.
2 people are saying, claiming you have an Arsenal agenda. Francis is saying,
Yeah.
you are saying it because he plays for a club. Mo, your agenda is boring. All this Arsenal hate is ridiculous. And it makes your takes boring now. And then Soa says, Mo has the worst football opinion. Wallah, I will pray Allah guys you. He's an Arsenal fan as well. So
Well, you guys are
Francis
still.
and
I'm
Soa,
sure
what do
you
you think?
enjoy this, guys. So, number one, I said in the beginning, I actually doubted Onana's abilities in the beginning of the season. And you can see me on Inter channel saying that. But I changed my mind. That means I'm not biased. I just made it because we reached the Champions. And I'm telling you, we reached the Champions League final. Number one reason is Onana. Number one reason is Onana. Without Onana, we go out in the round of 16 or the quarterfinal. We just go out. To be honest, people think I'm biased. I'm not biased. I actually think what I say. I might be wrong. Nobody is right all the time, other than Hussam. But I might be wrong.
Thank you.
But to be honest, in my
Do
opinion,
you have an agenda against Arsenal? I don't know why people are saying this.
people think I have an agenda against Arsenal. People think I have an agenda
You have an
against
agenda
Man
against everyone,
City.
yeah.
People think I have an agenda because people. I told you, people don't like when you say negative things about their club. You just don't like it. But take it as constructive criticism, if you know what I mean. And
Okay.
I actually, if people go back to my streams on Never a Foul, until game week 29, everybody that was saying that Man City will win the league, I said, you're saying that you're making the easy choice because you know that
I
City
agree,
is
by the way.
strong.
I agree 100%.
You're making
To be
the
honest,
easy choice.
Mo did want Arsenal to win the league. I know
And
that
I
for a
actually
fact.
said that anybody that says that Arsenal will lose the league are saying it based on hope or history or something. But based
I
on the
remember.
29 games they played, and I said it, and I'm going to repeat it again, there was no signs of Arsenal slowing down. Every time we saw that Arsenal will fall down, they didn't.
So please do. Please do. And I will personally send you. If
If
you want to
anybody
argue with
say that they
Moment,
can educate me, well, be my guest.
Okay, you know what?
Yeah,
So
good.
a fantastic idea. Come on in. And buy a camera and DM me. I'll send you the link happily. Final super chat. I'm gonna leave it on the screen because this is related to the next topic. We finally move on after all the comments are saying fuck Mo, basically. Before I do that, big up to Dinishan, Soa, Albert, AJ, Komdian, Murad, and Francis and Nathan for the super chats. Big up to you guys. Make sure you're all slapping the likes. Make sure you're all subscribing. 550 people are here. We need 250 likes. Yalla, like the video, subscribe right here, right now. Slap the like button. Habibi, do you think that there would have been tension between Arteta and the board if they failed to get Rice after they missed out on multiple plan A's like Mudrik, Caicedo, etc.? And Arsenal is the next topic. Are they being disrespected? Are they going to challenge for the league? This is all related to what Nathan's saying because transfers are a massive part of Arsenal Football Club currently. Let's go to Staffy because guys just been quiet. Go on, Staffy.
When you say disrespected, do you mean elaborate a little bit about that? Why this?
Okay, I'll give you an
because
example.
people are not saying they're going to win the league, or why?
No, I'll give you an example of disrespected. You, as Staffy, think that next season is going to be a Liverpool City title race. That's disrespect to Arsenal.
But why is that?
Not that they won't win, that they won't challenge. That's the disrespect.
So is that
I
disrespectful?
want you,
Because
Staffy,
I see
Staffy,
two
if
better
you
teams.
say that, I want you. Okay, so if you say that, please
You
tell
wanna
me
why?
why do you say that? Yes.
Yeah, why? Give us the why.
Yeah, I was going to get to that. Just relax. I already
Yeah.
think. I mean, obviously, everyone knows how Man City squad is, so let's not touch.
I'm
about-
very
about this team
relaxed.
too much. Okay. Back to what I was saying. Liverpool, who I'm basically picking over Arsenal, it's like this guy, bro. Wallahi, like he just interrupts as I'm saying something, but he tells me to say something. Khalas, just let me talk. You would have heard it if you didn't interrupt me.
Let me talk.
Liverpool, I've explained on your channel yesterday, I think, that I believe Liverpool have the experience. Liverpool had made good signings. Liverpool have a better manager. By the way, speaking of disrespect, I don't know if you saw all day on Twitter today, they were making comparisons between Arteta and Klopp, and they're saying in 2023, Arteta is a better manager than Klopp. So if you want to talk about
Wallahi,
disrespect,
Ilyas Bouzidi, Habibi.
oh, you
Akhi,
saw that?
you're Arab like us. DM me, come join one of these shows because me and you are gonna have a
Because
conversation.
he started that, yeah. It was Lias.
Because if I go based on that logic, you know,
But there's a lot of
then
people that agreed.
Eddie,
So
Eddie
I'm-
Howe is the
Yeah,
fourth best manager in this league as well.
We can have a show about this later.
yeah.
Big up the Brazilians as well. Big up. Obrigado. Go on.
Anyways, so yes, when you look at both teams, the major surgery for both teams this season has been common, which is the midfield. So you're looking at Arsenal changing their midfield, except for Odegaard, and then you guys changing in midfield, except for who? Maybe arguably you could say Fabinho. I think Fabinho is the only guy that stays. I think coming into this Liverpool team, it's easier to adapt. It's easier to have an impactful first season versus going to Arsenal. When you look at the level of the signings, so you're talking about Declan Rice, and on the other side you're talking about Szoboszlai and McAllister. Yeah, you can argue that Rice is the bigger signing. I don't think he was worth all that money, but he's a big signing. He will make an impact on this team. But I did explain that playing for Klopp, I think you can have a better first season. You look at Van Dijk, you could look at Alisson, you look at Fabinho, you look at even a Mo Salah his first season when he broke the record. A lot of players come into this club season and it's not that hard to adapt, and they have a much more experienced squad than the Arsenal one. Whereas Arsenal, I feel for someone like Declan Rice to come in, and I still don't know the situation with Thomas Partey. I'm just going to assume that Partey's staying because people keep saying he's most likely going to stay. We still don't know how that midfield is going to shape up because
Ignore that super chat. Keep going.
I'm not going to read it now. I'll read it after. You can put it on. I think that midfield has more question marks than the Liverpool one. Liverpool have a more experienced squad and coach. I think Declan Rice will take a year to get used to playing in the Premier League because, as I said, his style of play in Arsenal took his squad 3 years to learn it. So if your whole squad took 3 years to learn it, I don't expect everyone who comes in to bang right away, which is why when you look at the likes of last season, he went for people who already played that system like Jesus and Zinchenko because they already knew it. They didn't need a lot of learning coming in. But this season, he's not signing a lot of people that played for Pep anymore. He's signing his own players. So it's going to take them time to adapt. If it takes Manchester City players who play the same style of football in Manchester City versus Arsenal, if it takes them a year to adapt, the likes of Rodri took a year. The likes of Grealish took a year. The likes of, I don't know who else took a year. A lot of players, we always say that it takes a year to adapt. Why am I supposed to sit here and believe that Rice, not only is he going to come in and play a lone six for the first time, that he didn't do that in West Ham. He's going to come in and play a lone six for Arsenal, bang right away, and take him to a title contention season. I don't think it's going to happen. I think if I were to make a bet on who has the better odds next season, I think it's Liverpool. I saw them end the season very strong. They look like the Liverpool of old. They went on a 7-game winning streak or whatever it was. I think they could do it again. That's not disrespectful. That's just me being very honest. I'm picking the team that was more on top or they were more on top of Arsenal the past 5-6 years than Arsenal just being on top of them just once. It was only last season that Arsenal finished ahead of them.
Can I ask you a question?
And Mo, before
No,
you answer that, I
go.
want you to answer this as well, because Mo, I know you probably like to answer questions. Like
No,
that.
I'm gonna ask a question, so maybe you can answer this.
Yes.
Do we think if maybe it's related to this? If Arsenal had a good backup for Saliba last
Mhm.
year, would they have won the league?
Oh, you're saying if Saliba, if Holding
If
never
Saliba
came
didn't
back?
get injured, or they had a decent backup to Saliba, would they have won the league?
You want him to give honest
Realistically,
answer?
I don't want
no
emotionals. I don't want emotional answers. I want realistic
answer.
answers
Yes,
for
they would have won the
reasons.
league. Yes, Arsenal would have won the league.
So that probably debunks the whole thing about the argument. Like, yes, so they're getting the backups. They're adding to their squad. And at the moment, they replaced Xhaka, who had a great season for them, with Declan Rice. That's how I see it. And Partey is still there. Jorginho now is there. They're getting Timber, which is a backup for Ben White, and I didn't watch Timber, okay? But I'm going off the reports. Very good player. He can replace Saliba or Ben White. So they are the same. But my problem with this, and I'm gonna let you answer, is that Arteta took years to mold players into playing the way he plays football. So as other coaches, but not everybody. Jurgen Klopp took him. Mo Salah banged in. You can say Mo Salah's genius, or I can say Jurgen Klopp played to his strengths. I can tell you that Van Dijk, when he came in January 2018, Liverpool completely changed. 100, like they were absolutely ruthless and amazing, right? I can tell you that Thiago, when he first joined Liverpool, banged in right away. There are Gakpo, took him like 7 games to play the Klopp style. So maybe that. But also Arsenal, it's only one player. We're looking at at the moment, we're looking at 1-to-1 replacement. It's Xhaka out, Rice in. And they got Timber to back Saliba. So I think they are still in the same position as last year, if not even better.
Okay, and this is the thing. I'm gonna as well, like, kind of address what Nathan's saying. I think there would have been massive tension if you didn't get Mudryk Caicedo in January and you didn't get Rice. I think there would have been problems because, like, I don't know, like, which direction you would have headed then if you didn't get Rice, because then it would have been an absolute necessity to keep Partey. That's the thing. So I think for me, Declan Rice is a massive up. I've always said this. I think Declan Rice is your third best player the moment he walks into the football club. I put Saka and Odegaard above him. He's number 3 for me. And I think he's a top 5 DM in the world, probably. And
Partey.
yeah, okay, that's fine. But I'm saying, no, I know. I think overall, as a season, I'd say he probably had a better season than Partey.
Okay.
I think he had, specifically with that whole Conference League thing.
Partey.
Rice.
Who did?
Rice.
Well, it's a completely different position.
Because the end matters. But listen, that's a subjective argument. I don't want to start it now. Wallahi, I really don't, because
okay. Like, to be honest, because if they didn't win the Conference League, to be honest with you, if they didn't win the Conference League, smash and grab, nobody would be talking about Declan Rice.
But moment, let me tell you, West Ham winning the Conference League is the biggest accomplishment in their club.
Yeah, I agree with you.
And Declan Rice was their best player, so you have to give him credit.
100%. Yeah,
so that's
what I mean is
probably not the biggest.
Sometimes the hype is that because of one moment, that Bowen moment at the end changed the way people talk about Declan Rice's season.
He didn't even play well in the final, if I'm being very honest. Amrabat ran over over that guy and won off a counter-attack.
I don't want people to get me wrong.
This is why Comdian is spitting when he says you don't have ball knowledge. Let me tell you why. He's spitting. Like, I'll tell you why he's spitting. How are you saying that Amrabat ran over Rice? The two DMs don't meet each other anyway.
Did you watch
Right?
the game? No, hold on. Did you watch the game? Because
I did.
listen, you can sit there and be a keyboard warrior all you want. If you're a man, put yourself on the screen and come talk to me. If you want to debate my knowledge, bro, put yourself on a screen. Because the difference between me and you, I don't sit here just typing a keyboard like you are. Okay, so put yourself on the screen and then we'll talk.
Damn.
Okay, but when you watch that final, yes, the better team didn't even
But
win. I
Amrabat
was
didn't
happy.
face Rice Aslan.
What do you mean? The midfield against the
Amrabat
midfield,
is the
the
DM.
other midfield was better.
Amrabat is the DM. Amrabat is facing the 2 8s or the 10 of West Ham.
Bro, you're acting like DMs don't run into each other. What are you talking about?
So when we played
Who
you,
ran his midfield better?
when we played you, did Casemiro defend against Henderson and Elliot?
Who ran his midfield better? Who's ran his midfield better?
Yeah,
That's
let
the
me
question.
hear my
Because
point.
because you're talking about 1v1. I don't care who dribbled past who and who intercepted the ball from who. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying, he did better. He ran over him is because his midfield was better. That Fiorentina midfield was so much better than West Ham that day. They had so many chances and they just were shit. They couldn't finish any of their chances. West Ham on the day were not better, but they won. But I'll tell you what would have happened if West Ham would have lost. If West Ham would have lost and didn't win that trophy, people would just be remembering that they had a relegation season, a relegation battle season.
And what's your answer?
They finished 17th.
What's your answer for the second part of his super chat where he's saying it's unbalanced, Szoboszlai and Trent are going to be in the same zone, and then he comes out and says, learn to break down tactics and profiles, not judge purely based on history, because he's basically saying Szoboszlai, Trent, and are going to try to occupy the same spaces in the final third, I think he means.
Bro, how about you tell me who Arsenal's midfield is going to be first, and I'll try to break it down, because I don't even know how it's going to be. Because we don't even know if Havertz is going to play. We don't even know if Partey is going to stay. Are they playing a double pivot or are they not? I don't even know. This guy wants me to break down a player that came from Hungary that I just watched his compilations. What do you want me to say, bro? He's a good player. I've seen some from him to say, okay, this is something that club can work with. You want me to break down something that I haven't watched? Unlike you, I don't sit here and pretend to be a football tactical and sitting here sending bullshit stats that no one ever heard of just because you want to sound cool. That's not breaking down anything. This is just you trying to pretend cool. If you're looking at stats to say that you understand football, you most likely don't understand football for me because you don't even watch the game.
Okay, calm down. I hope that answers your question.
Damn, bro. Not answering
he went there. And there's more
no. Show the next super chat from Comden.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying because I can't lie. He's mad. Like people are. When Staffy told me him and Arsenal fans have a bad relationship, I didn't know.
Because they're crybabies, bro. Look at this guy.
But okay, before this, let's finish the Comedian drama first before opening the Francis drama. Comedian says, I would love to jump in, but I'm working now. Give me a date. I'll come on screen with pleasure. Then I don't have to spend so much money. Hey, continue to spend money. Thank you for supporting the channel, Habibi. Thank you for supporting the channel. But you're welcome anytime you want. DM me on Twitter. And I'll get you on a show with Staffy. Anything you want to say back to this, Staffy?
No, bro. I mean, I said enough. Have a good day, bro.
So no. So hold on. Are you accepting this challenge?
Yeah, are you accepting the challenge?
Bro, I accept every challenge. I'm always here. When I have never not showed up.
So you'd happily do the next El Ahwa with Comedian?
I wouldn't do Al Ahwa because it's not worth being on Al Ahwa.
It will be different show. It's not going to be Al Ahwa then.
This guy wants to be on Al Ahwa just like that.
You know what I did?
I want to watch it. I want to watch it. Come on.
Yeah, okay, yeah, I hear you. I did a stream, Troops versus Hamza. I did a streams, Igal versus ZT. I'm the Dana White of the shit. So, Comedian, hit me up. I'm going to set up Comedian versus Staffy. And 520 of you in the comments better be there because this is about to be good. So that's all I'm gonna say. Big up, Comedian. And yeah, big up for all the super chats and all the love you've shown us today. Now it's the Francis saga. Before we get to the Francis saga, there's 550 people here. Make sure you're liking the video. Make sure you're subscribing to the channel. I need to title this video F Staffy with like stars on it. That's the real title.
Show
of
respect.
today's video.
Show respect. Don't do
so
that.
Please do like the video. Do subscribe to the channel right now. Slap that like button. This is elite content, man. Like the video. Subscribe. Francis, ridiculous take. Because you have a camera does not make you God. Please think. What is the rationale to all you have said? Literally, you are saying LFC players will be fine, but AFC will not. Boring.
See, that's what I'm saying. Did you even listen to me? If you don't want to agree with my reasoning, I totally respect that. But these guys are ignoring it. Oh, you didn't explain. Like, he's just saying there's no rationale behind it. I gave you my rationale. You just don't want to accept it. Which brings me back to what Mo said. The minute someone says anything negative about your club, you're upset and you're crying. Bro, just deal with it. If you don't accept it, you don't have to listen to me. I did not put you on your wherever you're watching me on a TV or your computer screen. I did not force you to watch me. You're watching me because you choose to. It's okay. You can mute me when I talk, bro. If it makes your day that bad, just mute me when I talk.
Maybe they're not watching you. They're here for Hussam and me, and then you're just there.
Look at
Clearly, they're
Moment.
sending super chats to me. So if they're sending super chats to me, I'm triggering them that bad, bro. It's insane. These guys are so. And they love to say, listen, I love to read the comments. They're like, yo, Stuff, he's so emotional. He's upset. But you're paying to complain to me.
Oh my God. Sam,
I'm
can
not
you show
doing anything.
Dylan's comment? It's not a super chat, but please, it has to be shown.
Which one?
You go up. There is a Dylan comment out there that it has to show.
Dylan?
Yes, Dylan. Please show that comment.
How far up we talking?
It's not very far. It's not very far. Not at all.
Okay, Dylan. So I'm gonna scroll up looking for a Dylan.
I can't even find
Dylan.
it.
I can't find it either. Dylan.
What color is it? Like the
Pink.
It's not a super chat, he said.
no, but what color is his logo?
You found it?
No, I haven't found it.
Oh, it's it's the New York waffle time, guys.
No.
That's not the one.
This one?
No, there is another one. You guys went too far, probably. Dylan, send the other one.
Is it higher up or lower down?
Dylan, send it again so we can put it. Yes, this one.
Oh, you can never cook me, bro. I can never get cooked.
Because he called them a keyboard warrior.
Oh, these guys are
I can't lie
keyboard
to you,
warriors.
Staffy. Let me say this publicly, Staffy. If after saying all this shit about comedy and he comes on here and he roasts you, you're never gonna live it
Bro,
down.
but you gotta define what roasting is, because I've
Okay, but
seen
that's-
people that
it's-
come in
okay,
here.
If he
Listen,
breaks it down tactically much better than you and he ruins your arguments, then he's done the 7-0 to you. You're just never gonna live it down.
bro, but he could be right in his own eyes. That's not the issue. He could have
Okay,
a
we'll
different
make it up to
argument.
the comment.
I'll tell you
I
something.
agree with stuff. I
I'll
agree
tell you
with stuff.
something.
I can be the judge.
I sit here so many times and Mo changes my opinion on something, and I'm like, you know what? Mo has a different.
Did you hear what Mo just said?
He's
He
a
wants to
corrupt
be the
judge, bro. If this guy's the judge, I'm not doing the show. I'm definitely
Wallahi,
not
I'm
doing the
better
show.
off judging. Wallahi, I'm better off judging.
The fraud judge, the corrupt judge. But no, bro.
I can't
people-
lie. Francis is doing Mo prop and then saying F Staffy again in the next super chat. So he's saying Mo is not saying we win. The analysis is logical, So he's basically saying Mo makes good opinions. And then he comes back and he says, Staffy, oh my God, your Arsenal hate keeps you up at night. You just said a player from Hungary you have not seen will play yet. It's a better midfield than Arsenal Football Club.
See, that's what I'm saying. They're not listening, bro. They're not listening. I said I've seen proof that people go into that club system and they adapt quicker than playing for an Arteta system or a Pep system, because it's the same system over there. So as much as I didn't watch enough from him, which I admitted you did not discover oil, it's not rocket science. I just told you that.
No way he said discover oil. No
I'm
way.
just saying, bro, it's not that hard when I said it. Listen, I said
Staffy is triggered.
So no, bro. Wallahi, I'm not triggered, bro. This show
Don't
is gonna
say
end.
wallahi. Do not say wallahi.
I'm gonna finish the show. I'm gonna go get my shisha, and I'm not gonna think about comedian or Francis or any of you guys, because you guys don't mean anything to me. Okay?
So these guys are the guys that watch you, bro.
I do not care. I do not care, bro. I do not care. Listen, let me finish, bro.
I love
let
you.
me
Thank
finish.
You guys.
Stop interrupting me. You can love them. I don't care for them, but let me finish, bro. If you're gonna say that, just listen to me. What I said, that I am saying this Liverpool system, I think, is easier to adapt to than the Arsenal system. Rice has not played as a lone six. He has not played this level of football. This guy played shitty David Moyes football his whole time with West Ham the past, 3 years? I think it's easier to adapt to Klopp, who is a better manager than Arteta. And by the way, this is a compliment to Arteta, because Arteta plays a very complex style of football that it doesn't take anyone to play it. So me saying it might take time for someone to adapt, it just shows that it's not easy to play Arteta football. It takes time. If you don't understand all that, I can't say anything more. But thank you for the super chats. Thank you for engaging on Hassam's channel and all that lovely stuff that they want to say. I still don't care for you, but Thank you on his behalf.
I care for you, Francis, because he comes back and says, "Bro, it's my money. I can pay as much as possible." I agree with you. I'm a fan of the channel. Your Arsenal hate is boring, and I'm calling it out. It's boring, bro. You know,
It's your
earlier
opinion.
on, Staffy, on a real one, right? Francis, big up for the super chats. Comedian, big up for the super chats. On a real one, earlier on, you asked me, what is Arsenal disrespect? Why do you not think them not challenging is not disrespect? Because, like, more
Disrespect
even more,
is saying they're gonna fall
but
off.
hear me out.
I
Hear
don't
me
think
out.
they're
Wallah,
gonna
I'm
fall
gonna
off.
go on mute. I'm gonna let you speak for 5 minutes if you need to. Even Mo broke it down to you early on. He said, okay, they challenged and Saliba had an injury. Now this is the logic, right? They solved the holding problem with Timber. Okay. And no, it's not a cash cow. I actually believe Arsenal are going to be in the title race. I've said this on Troops' channel, on the terrace.
No, I am a
everywhere.
cash cow, bro, because
So-
people want to watch
so-
me. If you want to hate me, you can hate me, but people still come in to watch me on this channel and other channels. Even if
Yeah,
you're
and try to
triggered.
spend as much money as you want. Don't let people bully you into not spending money. Big up.
No, you
So-
can spend all the money you want. I'm just saying you're paying to disrespect me. So you
100%.
prioritize
People
your
are
life, I
spending
prioritize
money-
my life.
People spending money on worse shit online, than supporting a guy from Jordan trying to create football debates for you. So here's the thing. They solved the holding problem. Rice, whether we like it or not, is an upgrade on Shaka. Massive upgrade on Shaka. So how can you do both of those things and then come back and tell me they're going to go down, get worse from them being in the title race?
But
That's
see
the
what you
question.
said, Hassan? What you said over there was perfect. You said he's in to replace Xhaka. I thought all along, months ago, when they were talking about Rice, I thought that was actually going to happen. Because in my head, I'm thinking, you know what? Putting Rice next to Partey, because sometimes Partey is unreliable. I think he's a better player, but he's not that consistent at times. I thought about, I was like, you know what? That's probably a good midfield. Thank you, Francis. I was like, that's probably a good midfield. The issue is that I was being told that Partey might leave as well. This is why I'm holding off, because I feel like there's too much uncertainty over there. And until I see concrete evidence that this midfield is improving and they're adding better players, not just replacing Partey with Rice and then I guess Havertz for Xhaka and however they set up later. If that's what they were doing, I didn't believe in that. But if you're
So
going to
can I
put
ask
Rice
you-
next to Partey, I will give that more respect. What do
Can
you
I
think?
ask a question then? You now said hypothetically, most likely, Partey will leave. Can I tell you something? If
Mhm.
Fabinho, Szoboszlai, and McAllister play tomorrow, do you think that Liverpool midfield is good enough to challenge Man City? They
If
haven't
Fabinho
signed
leaves?
anybody yet. Realistically, they haven't.
If Fabinho leaves?
No. Okay. At the
Sadly.
moment, the starting midfield is Fabinho, McAllister, Szoboszlai. Do you think
I
that
think-
can challenge Man City?
I like that midfield better, yes.
You think that midfield with Fabinho in there, based on what you saw last year, can challenge Man City?
Because listen, people don't understand that. Have you seen McAllister in the World Cup? Did you see how much, not
So
only was he good
you're
on
a
the
World
attacking
Cup
side,
merchant. You're a World
It's
Cup
not-
merchant then.
No. When I talk about that World Cup, it's
Well,
because that was the
Dumfries is
highlight.
amazing with the Netherlands.
Okay, so we're
Denzel
gonna
Dumfries
start.
is amazing.
Khalas, let's go to Denzel Dumfries. It has
No,
nothing to
I
do
am
with it.
serious, Mustafi. You're talking
McAllister
about
in the World Cup. The
games.
reason I mentioned it is because when he played for the Argentina team after the what's it called, the Saudi Arabia defeat, he not only is he good on the ball when they have the ball, this guy does a lot of legwork in that midfield. And I think that Liverpool team lacked a lot of legwork since the likes of Wijnaldum left and like the other players aging. I think this guy comes in and he already improves Fabinho next to him because he will help him a lot on the defensive side. So that automatically makes me think Fabinho already has a better year because he has a better partner that he did not have last year that helped him on the defensive side. Because McAllister does all the positions. He does the 6, the 8, and the 10. And I've seen him help with that. I've seen him play deeper in that Argentina midfield, and Messi's ahead of him, and he's like, Messi, you do your thing, and I'll do all the legwork behind you. I'll do all the dog work. And I see him doing that with Fabinho.
Fantastic. Genuinely. And I'm going to ask Hussam this question. Wallah, and Hussam doesn't...
Don't bring me into this.
No.
It's your
Hussam
team,
is
talk.
like, Hussam bigs up his team so much. You literally, based on what we saw last year, you think, and based on what we witnessed, Szoboszlai, McAllister, Fabinho is a better midfield than Rice, Partey, Odegaard, based on what we saw.
No. You didn't include Partey. I said no. I talked about that midfield without Partey. Partey stays in that midfield. I'm changing my argument.
Okay. So
what does your argument
Havertz,
become if Partey is in the midfield then?
Partey, Odegaard, and Rice?
What does your argument become if that's the midfield?
Oh, I think that midfield is more balanced. My issue was with if Havertz plays instead of Xhaka and Partey leaves.
Yeah, okay, but we
See,
never.
that's what I'm
but
saying.
we
I'm
never
being
said the
very.
name. You just the first time you say the name Havertz, bro.
Wallahi,
Yeah, this
I
is the
said
first
it,
time
bro.
you mentioned
Wallahi,
Havertz. Suddenly,
I
Havertz.
swear I
But
said
you
it.
didn't mention the
back.
name Havertz.
Don't
You
say
said
wallahi. You
People
never
in the
said
comments, please confirm. I said that wallahi 5 minutes ago.
you said
I said-
Havertz, or you said
You
Wallahi,
said
I said-
Havertz. The word Havertz.
Wallahi, I did, bro. Go do a VAR check and see that I said wallahi it was like 5 minutes ago. I said
You know,
that.
all I'm gonna say is, Somalia is part of the Arab League. Next video, I'm gonna do a whole video on Arsenal. I'm gonna bring Igal in here so he can speak on all this because this guy.
Yeah, but Igal doesn't speak Arabic, so
Okay, so
Yeah,
is he
and
really
so
a part
what?
of the Ahwa?
long
much,
story
so what?
short,
We can
long
invite
story
foreigners
short.
on here.
Yeah, long story short, Liverpool shows signs in 7 games that they can go back to the levels. They signed 2 new midfielders, brand new midfielders. Fabinho and Henderson are probably done. If Klopp can revive them, we can be surprised because we can see the signs. Curtis Jones and Harvey Elliott in that midfield are not good enough to challenge in the Premier League. Szoboszlai, we have seen some signs, but not enough. McAllister has been good at Brighton, but I still think that he's a very good player. The ceiling is very high. But if it wasn't for the World Cup, we would not have been sitting here and comparing him to Declan Rice. And I'm not a guy ever to compare to judge a player based on a World Cup because I believe leagues are different than World Cups. Kevin De Bruyne with Belgium is completely different than Kevin De Bruyne with Mo Salah. Mo Salah, I'm Egyptian. You guys are Arabs. Mo Salah with Egypt is a completely different guy than the guy with Liverpool.
Wallahi, I feel bad for him every time I watch. Wallahi,
he goes.
they put
sends
him at
his brother.
halfway line and play long ball.
Yes.
That's all they do. Wallahi, it's
But
so
that's what I
haram.
mean. So you cannot judge Messi, someone playing with Messi, someone playing with the Argentinian team. There's a different passion. You can judge a player based on that, but not as much as you judge him over a 38 games. McAllister was good for Brighton, but also he was coached under a very progressive coach, which is De Zerbi. Very progressive coach. How much work rate would he do at Liverpool? By the way, Brighton always have the ball. Okay? At Liverpool, the pressing, the movement, the amount of miles they're asked to run every game is completely different than Brighton. We have seen it. So I'm not going to sit here and assume
Brighton
that
run a lot. What are you
McAllister will
talking about?
work right away. But Declan Rice have played for West Ham, has played in the England team, different systems, and he can do the job. We have seen the signs that he can do the job. He can do the defensive work. He can do some of the attacking job. But the fact that you just said that they will challenge and these guys will not challenge is just based on, yeah, Liverpool have challenged before. I think, again, it's the easy choice. It's
By the
easy
way, I
choice.
don't even disagree
really
that
not.
Liverpool will challenge. I think there's going to be a 3-way race, though. I think City, Liverpool, and Arsenal, all 3 will challenge.
I actually agree with you there. I think Liverpool, because of Jurgen Klopp and because Szoboszlai is good, and I think he will sign somebody else, no matter who he is, by the way. If it's a
صار
midfield
يطلع
or a defender.
الساعة. خلاص مصطفى ولعت بقى صار يطلع الساعة. Moment, he starts looking at the watch. He starts looking at the watch.
It's
Moment, you know
10,
what's mad?
it
Moment
says
currently,
10%.
the time for Moment right now is 1:46 a.m. The time for me is 2:46 a.m. And this guy is looking at his watch. It's like fucking 7
Yeah, I mean,
p.m.
it's dead. Look.
Okay, can I just say
It's
something? I
red.
never said. Can I just want people to understand when I say when I talk about McAllister, I don't say that McAllister won't work or will work. I say there is a player that has signs that he will work, and player that has signs that he might work, he might not. We cannot be so sure. I am more of 80 or 70-30 for McAllister to work because of Jurgen Klopp and because of Liverpool's system. But I think that Declan Rice for Arsenal will the 80% to 90% work. I don't read the future. I only see the signs. I see what happened before, and I judge based on that. That's what I think. People just think that we
Okay.
say McAllister won't work, Szoboszlai won't work. How would I know? Can I see the future?
So you
Yeah,
can't see the
he's saying we need
future.
time.
So you
saying we
can't
need
see the
time with
future.
this.
So why can't I make my arguments based on what I've seen already? Because the one thing that you can use is facts. What's facts? Things that you've already seen. And
The problem is I built my argument based on what happened last year.
Oh, so me mentioning everything that Liverpool did last season had nothing to do with it.
What
just
did Liverpool
explained it.
do last season?
Bro,
They
you
did
said you
7
made the,
games. They did just 7 games.
I said
where are we
defensive
going
season,
with
man.
this? Yeah,
Yes, I
where are we
said
going
this.
with this?
I said
I don't
defensive
know where
season.
we're going with this.
Yeah, but because you're saying I did, you used last season, and I also used last
I
season. Why
actually
is yours
didn't mention you. I just didn't mention you, by the way. I just presented my argument. I
Oh
never
no,
mentioned
you said no. You said my argument was lazy. I chose the easy one.
you
But I
didn't.
chose basically, you think I chose the easy one, but yet again, I used last season, obviously more than just last season, but I also brought in last season to make an argument, which as I said, it's fine to not agree with it, but to completely just dismiss it like it didn't happen. I'm
I
not just
actually don't.
saying, you
I
know
don't.
what, because
It's your opinion. I believe. Listen, it's your opinion. Everybody has an opinion. It just and it doesn't matter. Like I just, with no disrespect, it's your opinion. You might be right. You might be wrong. Maybe
I would love
people
to
will
be
come.
Time will
wrong. Do you
tell.
think,
Maybe
Time
bro?
will
You
maybe
tell.
people
people
stuff.
need to
Maybe
understand
people
that
will
they
come.
think,
Maybe people will come kiss your ring in just 3-4 months. So yeah.
where is my ring?
Staffy. I got an even better idea. I'm gonna get you on with troops. But I'm saying this publicly in front of 600 people. If your energy changes and you buckle in front of troops, me and you, I'm gonna beef you personally on that stream. Because
Wait,
if I bring you on with troops and he's here shouting at you and you're like, oh my god, let me speak troops, then me and you are gonna have a fight. Because I wanted to keep the same energy in front of him. Tell him you're
what
not gonna
energy,
challenge.
bro? I talk the same way every time. It's just like
Okay,
people
no
don't want
problem.
to
Okay, no
accept it.
problem. No problem. خلاص مش مشكلة.
And by the way, Troop is very realistic.
saying
I
this
esteem. I saw
publicly.
Troop was not happy with the Havertz signing, so it's not like Troop is a deluded Arsenal fan.
طيب.
He has very good points that makes
Okay, no
about Arsenal.
problem. Okay, no
It's 2 in
problem.
the
Inshallah,
it's 2 in the
when
morning. I'm waking
of
up at
him,
7:30,
we'll
8
see.
to take my wife
We
to
will
the
see.
beach. So yeah.
الاسكندرية وين؟ راح
Yeah.
المعمورة.
I listen. I don't want to keep this going any longer because this has been one hell of a show. Run through the super chats quick and then we'll end it all. By the way, the results of the poll: 21st, 40% say second or third, 18% say fourth, and 16% say outside the top four. So, okay, fair enough, guys. Big up to you guys. I'm gonna make a new poll called "Who Ate?" is the title of the poll. I'm gonna put Staffy, and the other option is gonna be Comdian Francis. Let's see who you guys think ate.
Bro, you think anyone's gonna vote
make
for
sure,
me, bro?
by the way, bro, you got fans in this thing. Anyway, make sure you guys are liking, make sure you guys are subscribing. 600 people are here. Please do like the video. Please do subscribe. Hit that notification bell. Yalla, like and subscribe. We're not going to keep Mo for here any longer. So Dinshan's asking Mo, your opinion about Vlahovic to Chelsea.
It will work very good for them. Number 9. He hasn't had a good season for Juventus, but he played under Allegri, which is very fossil football. They call it in Italy. It's garbage. They win the 1-0, 2-1. They're very effective, but it doesn't for him. I think at Chelsea, it might work for him. He might bang 15 to 20 goals if you get him.
Okay, big up Dinishan. Can you guys sing Sidi Mansour? No, we cannot sing Sidi Mansour. Yeah, we cannot sing it. Big up to you, Khalid, though. But thank you, because this is not Arab Got Talent, Habibi. This is the Ahwa. Cool guy says all these English players are overrated. I can't lie, that's just a casual take. I think English players are overrated and underrated at the same time. Some people, some are overrated, some are underrated. That's just my honest opinion. Murad is saying, Wallahi, Staffy needs his shisha, he's going wild. And then he comes back and saying, he's not disrespecting. It's hard for him to admit because United are shit.
See, another weak banter, bro. Nothing with this had to do with if United is good or not. I sit here week in, week out, being called negative for not supporting all the moves that my club makes. So clearly, I don't just blindly back my team. But this guy's upset and he's saying, oh, well, he thinks United is shit. Okay, United is shit, and my argument stays the same. But thank you.
We'll see. I want you and Troops to fight on the stream. Big up to
Why do you want me to fight people, bro? Why would I fight with Troops? Like, what beef are you trying to create between me and Troops?
I'm trying to create beef. Of course, that's what I'm good at. 3 years to get his players not implement his system, and then he says there is much uncertainty in Liverpool's midfield. NLF, Staffy, your responses?
What does it say? Liverpool's midfield is more.
There's just as much uncertainty in the Liverpool midfield regarding your midfield argument.
I don't think so. I think it's easier to come in around this Liverpool team because some of these guys are already established. The back line is already established. The front line is already established. They're pretty much good everywhere, and they have a better manager. So I think it's easier, which is fine. Like, I need people to understand this is not disrespect to Arsenal. This is literally a compliment to Arsenal, saying that their style of play is actually harder. It's more complex to play that way and it takes time. Why did someone? I saw a comment earlier. Someone said, "Oh, but Arteta had to chop a lot of players in these 3 years." Exactly, because some of these players are not good enough to just come in and play the Arteta way. This is why he's very selective with the players he comes in. So this is why when I said it might take Rice a year to learn the Arteta system and also to play a lone six, that is not a disrespect to Arsenal at all. You might think that's disrespectful to Rice, which is okay, but that's a compliment to Arteta and his way of playing. Not anyone can play that.
Okay. Big up to Soa, who says, World Cup merchant, Staffy, stop digging a deeper hole. And then he comes back and says, Staffy, I love you, but you make no sense, and I'm here for it. Rice needs a year to adapt to the Premier League. Remember what Pogba said about Man United fans?
See, bro, that's what I'm saying. Another weak argument. What does Pogba have to do with Rice going into Arsenal? But I make no sense. Somehow I make no sense, but this guy brought in Pogba to make an argument about Rice.
So
what do you want me to say?
Thank you for all the super chats, Habibi. You are right. Staffy's wrong. I can't lie. Staffy just been taking L's this whole time. Somehow he has 50.
They listen to anything you say. You need to stop saying that because the minute you say that, wallahi, this guy blindly follow you.
That's cap. That's cap. Me and Soa have had 15,000 arguments on Arsenal alone.
So how is he right? Please explain to me what he said over here. What is
first of all, you're saying Rice needs to adapt. Rice doesn't need to adapt. Rice is a West Ham player who's played in the Prem.
Wait. So you don't think Rice needs an adaptation?
No, I don't think Rice.
Why?
The same way. By the way, if you're saying Rice needs to adapt, same way McAllister needs to adapt. Then using that logic.
No. Go back a little bit. You said that. Please say why. Because at least I said why I think he needs to adapt.
Yeah,
you can't just say he doesn't need time to adapt.
No, he doesn't think he needs to adapt, and he give you an example. He just said
what. I'll tell you why this argument was so backwards. He said, "Oh, he doesn't need time to adapt because he plays for West Ham." I actually think McAllister needs to adapt because he came from Brighton. What the hell does that even mean?
No, okay, said, if you use your logic, now that means McAllister also has to adapt, even though he's coming from a Premier League as well.
So there's uncertainty about.
So did we just ignore everything? Also, I just said again about Arsenal. That it takes time to adapt to that.
Okay, my point is
is their midfield much more tactical?
Let me get that straight. Hold on. No, sorry. It's one answer here. Staffy, your question is, your statement is Arsenal system is harder than Liverpool system. Okay, here's your answer, people. Staffy thinks that Liverpool system. I've been saying that. You just got that now.
I've been saying that. Did you just understand that now? That Arsenal style of play is much more tactical. That midfield in Arsenal is much more. You need some sleep too, because that midfield is much more tactical than that Liverpool.
You know what's crazy? He needs sleep while he's beefing you every single time. So
he wants to sleep, but then he cusses.
Pogba said Man United fans don't know ball. That's why he mentioned that. And then he says, FYI, before some. Yeah, me and So have been beefing from the terrace from this channel.
Bro, I've been told I don't understand ball because I'm American, but then people found out I'm an Egyptian, so they needed the new argument. Now
playing the victim card now.
Bro, read the comments. They're like, oh, this American doesn't know.
Okay, and they're saying F Staffy. Listen, this is part of being a content creator. I think people have said
stop with the American accent then. Speak with the Arab accent.
Yeah, speak with the Arab accent. Go on.
So when I speak with the Arab accent, you say I'm making fun of Hassan.
If we make this show with the Arab accent, I think it's gonna be better.
I agree with you.
That's gonna take me a little bit more work because I'm used to it.
I think
okay. Big up to you, Soa.
You're making everything harder for me on this show.
For all the support. Comdian's back again. He's saying, anyone want to take a bet that Jones will start over McAllister by the midway point of the season? What if we get Tchouameni or Caicedo for Partey? Damn, I mean, that's a bad bet, Comdian, because unless McAllister's injured, I don't see Jones starting ahead of him. And then he's asking Staffy a question. I can't lie, we're still on F Staffy vibes. Staffy, what system was Poole playing at the end of last season? Is it the same exact system as Arsenal, if you weren't watching?
What kind of question is that?
It's a yes.
Can you answer it, Yazalame? Answer it.
No, they were not playing the system. No, they were not playing the same system as Liverpool. I mean, sorry.
Wait, we weren't playing the same system? Yes, we were. Trent inverted, Zinchenko inverted.
No, not the same.
And hold on. It's exactly the same. Trent inverted, Zinchenko inverting.
No, it's not.
Zinchenko inverting. But Zinchenko inverting a little bit. Thomas Partey a little bit there. Going forward, Trent was going forward, Zinchenko was going forward, two holding the lines, which was Luis Diaz and Mo Salah Gakpo falling behind a little bit, getting involved, Gabriel Jesus. You don't think that's kind of
Bro, because you guys
same
keep
exact-
using because everyone loves to use this word.
You know the only
inverted.
difference?
No,
One has
similar,
left back
similar.
inverting, one has right back inverting. That's the only difference.
Halas, if that's what you think. I said no.
Okay.
Okay, so Comdian, he just says no for Comdian actually can't wait.
I'm not
for
gonna
us.
give him any more of my time, bro. You just said
Come
answer
down
yes or
and-
no. I said no. You
come
guys
down and
hold on
Showa.
to the word inverted like it means so much.
Come,
The way Zinchenko inverts
Doesn't.
is so completely different than the way that Trent inverts.
Comdian and
They
Soa
do
DM.
so much.
I'm gonna set it up.
Do
tag team.
you know how similar? I'm sorry, I need to talk about this. Do you know how similar they are? Do you know how
شايف
many
بده
goals
ينام
Xhaka?
تذكر مصطفى بده ينام
Wallahi,
بالآخر.
wallahi. Do you know the way they played at the end of the season? Liverpool is exactly how Arsenal played. Do you know how many
Exactly.
times Xhaka was ahead of
And you know
everybody
Klopp
inside
said
the
that.
18?
You know
And
Klopp said that.
do you know who did? Do you know who did that for Liverpool? Curtis Jones. He was the highest guy on the pitch, like Xhaka. It's exactly the same.
It's the
It looked
exact
exactly the
system,
same.
but Zinchenko is from the left, Trent is from the right. That's the only difference.
It's inverting and going
Halas,
forward. So Trent was
Zinchenko-
inverting, going forward.
Halas, Zinchenko in the Arsenal system is as important as Trent in the Liverpool system.
That's not what he
you guys-
said. We're talking about playing.
Oh, so now it's not the same. Okay.
No, because now you're talking about personnel, not style. Trent is better than Zinchenko. Inverting, Arsenal fans will tell you that.
Do they do the same job? Because you keep. I'm saying you guys love the word.
No, they
invert. Do
didn't.
do
Yeah,
the
I
same-
it's
agree
the
with
same
you.
role. Yeah.
So Staff,
Do
you
they-
have a point here.
Do they do the
I
same
have a
job?
point.
Mo just
You
said
have a
no.
point
So
here.
I am right when I
You
say
have a
it's not
point
the
here.
same. Go ahead.
Yeah, does Kevin De Bruyne do the same exact job as Odegaard? Odegaard scored and Kevin De Bruyne assists.
That wasn't
But
a
they
question.
play the same position.
Halas, I didn't claim that though.
طب ما
So,
هو Trent
come
and
at me.
Zinchenko play the same
هو-
position, but Trent is a lot better. We know this already.
But
Plus.
Trent does more. So Trent does more of like spreading the ball left and right, spreading the pitch,
Exactly.
spraying passes
Beautiful.
left and
What does
right.
Zinchenko do when he's invert? When he inverts.
He's actually helping in the short passes. He's helping in the triangles.
So does that mean that's the same?
لا بس مؤمن, he's now talking about Zinchenko's skill set versus Trent's skill set, which isn't the debate. Why are we
Yes.
debating?
Bro, because your skill set contributes to how your system is being played. So when you invert, what do you do on the ball?
So
And
maybe
if you don't do the exact
if
same
you
things,
think
then it's
there's-
not
No,
same.
but because
You might
Trent's
say-
got more passes in his package. it
Here's the
makes him a-
issue. I think you
طب
guys
hear
are
me out, hear me out.
mistreating.
أخي,
Bro,
10 seconds, 10 seconds. Trent, his skills, so he inverts better because he has a higher skill set, different levels of passing. Zinchenko doesn't, but that does not mean the roles are different. Trent just does the role better.
خلاص, if that's what you think, bro.
Toka, can I simplify it, please? The tiki-taka, if Barcelona played it, but Burnley tries to play it, but they have different abilities, does that mean they play the same system or not?
They
Say
play
that
the
again?
same system, but Barcelona is 100 times better, of course.
So instead of them doing it 10 out of 10, Burnley do it 8 out of 10. It's the same system, but just different a little
You know,
bit.
I don't need to,
because-
you know, Mu'min, we don't even need to do this whole debate. When they asked Klopp, why did you invert Trent? He said, because I watched Arsenal do it. He himself said it. So, yeah, he knows. He just did it because Arsenal did it.
طب
And Conde and
خلاص.
Cotton, by the way, we both have the same exact system like this. Exactly what you're just saying. Different in defense versus in attack with the whole inverted thing. So, yeah, you're spitting 2 final super chats before we wrap up. This is probably the funniest super chat of the whole day. He says, to be fair, he makes sense, but he's a United fan and it's funny to piss him off. You know what, Murad? I appreciate the shamelessness. And he's just being straight up. He's like, you know what? It's just an F Staffy thing. And you know what? I respect it. I respect it. You know, being
You
honest.
guys gonna kill me. 1.5
And fine.
hours. Go ahead.
زلمه انت كل
يعني
مره
as
بتفتح
a-
النقاش
as a-
بتقول لي
As a pool fan, I can admit that Rice Party Odegaard is better than our midfield by far. As well, Havertz, I think, will only play versus low blocks, I think.
Which is what I said. I said that.
Which is what Staffy said. Let's go with
big
that.
up to you, Liverpool, till I die. I appreciate the super chat. Thank you, Habibi. It's telling me your first ever super chat to the channel as well. So big up to you. Hit me up, Comdian. Yep, because this guy accepted the challenge. Francis, if you want to come on with him. Soa, if you want to come on with him. This guy is ready.
I'm not
to take
gonna
on-
do a 1v3. Are you mental?
Aren't you an
Why
experienced?
not?
content
You are the
versus
content
the
creator.
amateur?
Sorry.
I'm never doing,
Staffy.
bro. 1v3. What do you
Staffy.
think this is? A triple threat match?
Staffy.
It's not WWE. I'm not doing 1v3.
Staffy, you are the content creators. These guys are
Yes.
the viewers.
Yes.
You
This is
should
not my viewers. This is
be
Sam's
able to
viewers.
debate all of them. And I believe in you, Staffy. I back you up.
No, you don't
I
believe in me.
believe in you.
I'm gonna be
just
honest with
wanna
you. I'm
lose.
gonna be honest with you. Mu'min, I hear you, but I don't believe in him. But I completely agree with the first part. Completely agree with the first part of what you're saying, though. Big up to you, Liverpool fans, till I die. Big up, Habibi. Listen, big up, everyone. It's been one hell of a show. This has probably been, I'd say, comfortably the best Al Ahwa, because this has been one hell of a show. I like how Moment there wanted to sleep but started 17 arguments in the last 15 minutes. So big up to you guys, Habibis, man. I appreciate you all. I love you all. Special shout out, of course, to Comdian. Big up to you. Special shout out to Francis. A special shout out goes out to to Murad. To AJ, to Albert, to Soa, big up to you, big up to Dinishan, big up to Nathan, big up to Khalid, cool guy, NLF, and Liverpool Till I Die for the super chats. Make sure you're all liking, make sure you're all subscribing. Before you head out, please do slap that like button, do subscribe on your way out, hit that notification bell. I love you all. We're going to go out to the lovely panelists that are going to let you know where you can find them. Because he's been roasted for an hour and a half. Staffy,
Don't say that. I didn't get roasted, bro. No, you got to stop saying that. I didn't get roasted. No one roasted me.
You're more roasted than the cashews you're eating. Where can people find you?
No, I'm not roasted, bro.
Yes, where can the people find you?
Guys, I want 400 of you here to go subscribe to Staffy TV.
Yeah, if you're gonna sit here and give me all this hate, show me some love too.
Yeah, sure.
Because if you want to tell me it's just banter, bro, we're just messing with you, then you know what? Better go subscribe now. And my channel's right there. You see it. The handle's right there. At Staffy_TV.
I don't get what it is with a shit Arab accent, but fair enough. Mu'min.
That wasn't a shit Arab accent. That's just like me mocking them.
Where can people find you?
Twice daily on Never a Foul. You know where to find me, everyone here. And also, this Al Ahwa show is becoming one of my favorite shows, to be honest. So
same, because it's just unbelievably like entertaining, man.
Yeah, this is a Royal Rumble every time I get over here. Every time I'm on here, people just want to come.
And you know what's the best part?
Maybe you should watch what. Maybe you should watch what you say.
Exactly.
I'll never do that. Wait, hold on. You should respect me a lot more for always coming here and saying my opinion.
I respect you. I love you. What do you say?
Because no, I'm just saying. You said watch what you say. I'm saying I say
my
opinion.
الزلمه بده ينام الساعه 2 بفرنسا بده ينام مالك
I'm just saying you said watch what you say. I speak my opinion, bro.
الساعه 2 بفرنسا
I'm kidding with you. Why you're so rattled, man?
حبيبي, I'm not rattled والله. Do you not want me to talk? خلاص حاط ساكت. End the show.
This guy. Huh? This is why I call him a drama queen. Make sure you go subscribe to Staffy TV. Make sure to go follow whatever. You guys already know about, man. Love you all. Like, subscribe. Big up
Pearce. He just shared my channel. Big up, man. Yeah, you're one of the good ones.
Go subscribe.
Allah محترم.
Yalla, habibis. Yalla. See you guys tomorrow, inshallah. Peace out.